Hi guys, Alastair Taylor here, and today we're going to look at the difference between the swing or your golf swing with an iron and a driver. So we're going to start off with an iron, and I've got 7 irons, so something nice middle of the bag. Key thing is a lot of the golf swings very, very similar, but what we're looking to happen through impact is very, very different from certainly a mid to short iron than it is with a driver. So a lot of what we create at impact is actually created from setting up correctly. So if I've got 7 iron, I'm looking for the ball to be kind of very central in my feet, opposite my breastbone. If my weight's 50-50 in my feet, that's going to be the low point of my golf swing. Now, as I then swing, there is a little bit of weight shift into the right side, but it doesn't allow the spine to move much that way. And as I swing down, my weight moves more into my front foot, which moves the bottom of the swing forward slightly, which would create a golf ball and then floor compact. So once I'm here, I want to feel weight's 50-50, ball's nice and central, and that my sternum is very much straight up. Now, as I rotate in my backswing, even though my body moves very slightly to the right, kind of my midpoint is still there, very much in line with the ball. And like I said, then as the weight shifts into the left side, if anything, my sternum moves forward slightly and creates that impact. So we're not necessarily trying to do a massive amount in the golf swing to create that downward pressure. Certainly, if we were trying to help the ball in the air, which I see with a lot of golfers, we see the sternum fall backwards, therefore the bottom of the swing is in the wrong place. But if we're nice and centered when we swing, we get that lovely contact of ball and then ground. So like I said, most of that is about setting up correctly. So obviously get your hands well on the club, ball nice and central. As the irons get a little bit longer, the ball does move slightly forward of center. We don't want it too far forward because then we're going to catch it on the way up. And equally, we don't want the ball too far back because that's going to make us very, very steep. So for me, the ball should never be further back than the center. Sternum, I would say nice and neutral, and then make your swing. So certainly with your irons, that should certainly ensure that we get good contact with the ball, and if the contact's good, some decent distance and hopefully good accuracy from there. Now, as we move into driver, there is some subtle changes in our setup. So most of us are aware that the ball doesn't remain central with driver. If that were to happen and we hit down like we do with the iron, if we hit it off the face, it goes too low. More often than not, guys doing this, it comes off the top of the club, goes up in the air a long way, but not forwards a great deal. So the change with driver is we're looking for the ball to be more opposite the front foot, maybe opposite your armpit. Now, if the lowest point of your swing is here, opposite the sternum, the club's actually going to be travelling up slightly by the time it gets to the golf ball. That's good. That's going to give us that correct angle of attack and help maximise our distance and accuracy with driver. Also, you might want to feel that rather than the weight being 50-50, we might slightly favour that back leg and maybe just have a tiny bit more spine lean towards that back foot. All this is doing is promoting more and more of that upward strike. We still want to feel that we shift into our right side, and we still want to feel that the weight is moving forward, but we don't now want to feel that the sternum gets in front of the golf ball. Again, for me, this isn't stuff you should have to work on massively. If you've got a decent repeatable golf swing and you can make these changes at setup, this is something that should become a bit more automatic and a bit more natural. So we're going to set up, ball more towards the front foot, slightly more weight on that back foot, and just have that little bit of spine lean. We can see then that the left shoulder goes a bit higher than the right shoulder, even more so than with the iron. And then make our swing, catch the ball on the way up. And that's perfect. So guys, put that into practice next time you go to the driving range, and certainly when you go to the golf course. If you're somebody who's been a little bit inconsistent with how he hits driver and or irons, you know, make those little adjustments at setup and then try and make your swing as similar as you can from club to club. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Leave any comments of the video, like and share it if you will. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hopefully see some of you guys down here at Herons Reach in the future. Stay in contact.